Okay, not getting much support with this project, which is kind of mind blowing, but I'm going to keep it going because, be it as it may, I'm a very project oriented individual. I don't think anything's going to stop me from completing this, but trying to turn Dark Souls 3 into Berserk slowly but surely. Doing my research here, finding piece by piece, asset and documentation wise, things that I can modify personally, you know, to get to basically my end goal. So far as you can see, I have Guts' hair in the UI. I had to pretty much dissect the Cinders mod to get it in here, but it's there now. Guts has his one eye closed. I can't figure out what's screwing up my scars, but I'm gonna have to go back and manually redo all of the scars for my character presets here. I'll get to the bottom of that bug so that it doesn't happen again. If you can't tell by now, there's also a reshade that I have on, which pretty much is insane. It has all of the latest, most modern graphics, and then when reshade updates, I'll be using that respectively, and adding even more to it. So this is gonna be my build here. It's just me showcasing things. As you can see when skimming through the classes, well, on the right you can see the full character, but down by the character's right leg, you'll notice all of the items inside of the UI. As I switch my characters, certain items, there's a good one there. The weapon on the top left of the little item icons, you can see it's Zod's dual swords, which I'll be showcasing a little clearer in game. Try not to digress here. So I have the overhauled UI items. There's a plethora of different items. I have an insane reshade, which you're about to see here. Which basically, pushes this game to the next level. I wanted no offense, but I'm not really a fan of Elden Ring, just because it's very token-esque, and I'm more of a From Software, specifically with their Souls games, they have a thing where it's not plagiarism, but they're heavily inspired by Dr. Kentaro Miura's Berserk manga, and it's undeniable. I just won a Berserk game, and I think the closest thing they've made to it is Dark Souls 3. So I'm going to mod this game to a point where not only do I just want it to surpass Elden Ring, but I also want it graphically to just look like a next gen Berserk game, because that's ultimately what I want. I want a next gen Berserk game. I already see something I'm gonna have to tweak here. It's a personal thing. You can't really tell. Yeah, I think I showed this in the previous videos, but as you can see, the icon for the dark sign has been changed to the brand. This reshade is insane, dude. This is a handmade personal reshade too. It's supposed to mimic Berserk without it looking like a freaking VHS from the 90s. I want it to be next gen and very modern, but still have a dark, gritty, Berserk S color correction. I think I pulled it off, but I digress here. You'll quickly notice in the UI my items have been changed. I now have the Healit for two items, which is the Black Separation Crystal and the Way of the White Circlet. As you can see in here, here's a more clear image of them. They look incredible in this game. Don't worry, in the future I will be editing, or I will attempt to edit the param in order to make the names and descriptions for the items match with the their models and their UIs respectively. I can't believe how good this looks, man. This is insane. I've always been weird like this though. People are like, oh, that new Elden Ring game is coming out, or the new From Software's game coming out, and I have like a game they made previously on my PC that's like eons better. I always do that though. I always have like good stuff. That's because I work hard to build most of the things I have. Jeez, this reshade, man. Oh, there's another example of the UI edit. There's the Sellsword blades have been changed to Zod's twin blades. You can see it there towards the center of the screen. Just little personal edits I've made. Again, the mod that I'm using as a template is called Cinders. This is number 2.14. And as Cinders updates, I will be putting my mods here over that. I'll try to keep this version of Cinders, or rather this Cinders mod fresh. I'm just gonna go over here to Godo and talk to Godo. Jesus, that looks incredible.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre.
So much detail and color and these effects. It's like playing the game again for the first time.
Toilsome journey, I wager. Let me, I am
Yeah, Godo ain't talking about anything. Purchase item. Here's other examples of UI replacements. I know I showed this in a previous video. It's Guts' Dragon Slayer, and of course his Golden Age broadsword that he fought with, or greatsword. Looking for other things, anything else that I've changed. Here's something new. The oak crossbow has been replaced with Guts' repeating crossbow. As you can see, I've edited the UI already, aside from the model that I have replacing it in the game.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
There's a lot going on with this reshade too. It's layer wise. There's so many complex overlays I had to tweak point by point, which was pretty agonizing process. But as you can see, the fruits of my labor have paid off. I can't believe how gorgeous this looks, man. Hey, I have an idea. Wait, let me talk to her first. Yeah. Okay, purchase item. Awesome. The white sign soapstone, I replaced that with Puck, because it's a friendly, co-op summon sign, so it just makes sense to have Puck there for that item. Chain helmet. There's another example of something I replaced. I can actually show you the chain helmet though in game, because I replaced the NPC armor, like the in-game NPC armor, with the item too. There it goes. There's the Ashen One's helmet from Elden Ring, the game that's coming out soon. I chose to put it on him because he doesn't wear headgear. He just has the chainmail, wrapping his head with no helmet, and I've always hated that. I understand he looks like downgraded, like, because this is a rest area, but I never liked the way his character looked. So I just put a helmet on him, and I thought the most lore friendly thing I could put on that dude is, of course, from Elden Ring. I'm gonna show off here for those of you who aren't impressed yet. Auto lock. I'm gonna quit out. I'm gonna load up one of my save files. This save file is it's an iffy save file because I can't really use it because it's based on Cinders 2.07, which means it's an old save file, so it's dangerous to try to finish playing the game with it. Let me get rid of these. These are just like test saves I was doing. But yeah, this is from 2.07, so it's not a save file I plan to like use, to play through and stuff. I just use it to look at the UI modifications that I make, given that it has so many items in it. Here's another example of a model replacement. It's pretty much Guts' black armor. Looks pretty incredible. And yeah, the UI has been modified too. As you can see here, the UI items have been replaced with the respective or the proper images. And I have to say, it looks pretty insane. Here's another example of a UI mod I've made in Cinders. which is the Brigand twin daggers. They're now the Exile dual swords or dual daggers from God of War 3. I also have the Blades of Chaos in here. They I haven't gotten them yet. There's those twin blades I showed earlier. Here's an example of just a singular Zod weapon. This is basically this, but only one of the weapons put on a great sword, or rather a curved sword. Just skimming through. If you're still not impressed, I'm going to get into some crazy stuff pretty soon. Here's the Grass Crest shield. I put the Hyrulean shield over it. I feel like Link from Zelda is pretty lore friendly. Kind of. Given the whole fantasy and elves and all that berserk. Just think it matches. I already skimmed through this. So let's try something more impressive here. Okay, here's the cool stuff. So as you can see, I have assets from Elden Rings and the Elden Ring game, and also the UIs are properly updated. And aside from that, I have the Berserk armors. I have a plethora of different Guts armors. Not limited to his Berserk armor, but just take my word for it. Everything from Teen Guts all the way to the black armor is in here. Assassin's Creed, I feel like it's kind of lore friendly. Skyrim, of course, I have Skyrim items in here, which is pretty cool looking. Of course, Griffith's full armor set is in here. I already have a pre-made, or rather a preset for him when I want to play as him. There's other mods in here too that just simply strips the models completely from games. Here's A2 from Nier Automata. Her full body model is in here too, specifically for the female side. Freaking Geralt from Witcher 3. Trying to recall things that I put in here. I've already shown this as part of the Sellsword armor. It's basically Guts' Golden Age helmet. Raiden from Metal Gear. If you're not impressed yet, I don't know what to say. There's the Eredin helmet, or rather the Witcher 3 antagonist armor. There's a lot here, and these are just the things I've picked up so far. There's literally hundreds of mods that I have in this game that I haven't even seen yet, because I simply haven't gotten far enough or gotten to them. There's the Berserker armor. There's Griffith's armor, the Assassin's Creed. These are respectively the things that go with my sets. Here's my master attire, or rather the Golden Age armor for Guts, which as you can see, you have to kill the Master Swordsman for, which is the very first NPC you fight in the game pretty much, which I thought was a good idea. The Skyrim armor, the armor I'm wearing, the Black Swordsman armor, of course. There's that Eredin armor. As you can see, the UI items that I've put in here, they're very professional, first of all, and they're very concisely placed in here, or they're very specific as far as their placement goes. It's very neat, very, you know, very proper. But yeah, you should be impressed by now. I of course added things that are outside of Dark Souls too, just for interest's sake, just things that, you know, keep me awake and spark my interest in the game. And the Infinity Gauntlet from Marvel is in here, which I thought was pretty cool. And I think it's lore friendly I think it's lore friendly. I can't say, because it's pretty much a universal type item. It's one of those, maybe it could have existed. Oh, technically it was built by, oh wait, I almost geeked out. But Thanos had that built in Marvel, so technically no, it's not lore friendly. But I think you guys get the gist of all of my changes here. I'm just simply skimming through and just showing off everything. Guts' pants for the Black Swordsman armor. Those are Raiden's pants. There's the Eredin armor pants. The Skyrim pants. There's the Berserker armor pants. There's the Assassin's Creed pants. It's all in here. I made sure I wasn't lazy, you know, and I properly put everything in game that it's supposed to be. And the end result is this is incredible, dude. And it's only getting better. What else did I want to show off? I showed the NPC. I showed Buddy sitting over there with the Elden Ring helmet. Trying to think of something cool. Okay, you remember I said I wanted lore friendly stuff in the game. Well, another example of some lore friendly mods or modifications I've made here is of course with the NPCs. There's certain NPCs that I simply just don't care for or understand. I call them jobber NPCs. Jobber NPCs have been pretty much replaced with things I'm familiar with. Like for instance, the doll from Bloodborne has been put in here over the maiden character, and I think it looks insane. It's lore friendly and it's not jarring, which is something I want. I want a Berserk game, but I also want everything to be pretty much interesting in it too. And there's a lot of things in Dark Souls 3 I didn't care for, you know. I always hated that he looked like pretty much every other, generic enemy character. So I put Eastern armor on him, and it gives him culture, it gives you a feeling for the character. You know, now I know he's Japanese, and I also know he's special. God, this reshade is insane, man. This doesn't even feel like Dark Souls 3 anymore. I'm kind of shocked. I of course put Angelina Jolie or Maleficent because her the Maleficent movies are super lore friendly to Berserk and Dark Souls in general. Just the whole time frame. There was lots of knights and the model is beautiful, man. And I chose to put it over the dark armor or over the one of the female NPCs that I never liked. She had like a weird build or bird-like helmet. Just take my word for it. Angelina Jolie looks incredible, dude, as a replacement. I've pretty much replaced almost every NPC in this game, with things that I care for. But and there's other NPCs. A few examples I've already shown where I've only just replaced a few armor pieces because I kind of like the NPCs, but I just don't care for their designs too much. So this has been a quick showcase of my Berserk mod that I'm working on here for Dark Souls 3. I'm going to completely overhaul this game, and I'm going to turn this game into a Dark Souls 3 remake, i.e., or rather, Berserk. I want a new Berserk game, and I think this is the best template. If you agree, cool. If you don't agree, I don't care. I hope you enjoyed this video. God bless everyone. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.